welcome to an episode of Hit 'em on the Side Football. So, we got some good news today about Lamar Jackson and the Ravens possibly having contract extensions with him. And I think this is a good move because the Ravens they need Lamar Jackson, man. Lamar Jackson he's too elite, and the possibility of him getting a contract extension is really good. So these are my thoughts about the whole situation. His stats from last year were good. So his stats, what I pulled up, so he had like 4,000. Yeah, he had 4,170 yards 72 yards passing. He was tied for second in passing touchdowns, and he had 4 interceptions last year. And he had so this is a stat that I think is very underrated. The 4 interceptions is crazy. Like, a lot of QBs, I don't even think had that many interceptions that low last year. And the fact that there are a lot of like better passing quarterbacks, well, that's what people say. People say Lamar Jackson isn't as good as some of these other passing quarterbacks. Like, that's some bull. That's some bull, man. He only had 4 interceptions, like, and he's a running. So think about it. He's a running quarterback, and he's passing the ball at an elite level. So this is crazy that he might get an extension that's worth more than quarterbacks like Josh Allen. And I think Josh Allen had I think he had like $260 million, $250 million guaranteed in contract money. So the fact that Lamar Jackson could possibly get way more than that is crazy. He could possibly get $300 million in contract guaranteed money. And he's only 27? Lamar Jackson's 27, right? Yeah, he's 27 years old, and he's at an elite level right now. This is crazy. And the only issue that people have with Lamar Jackson, a lot of people say he can't win in the playoffs. And I mean, a lot of it has to do with, my opinion, coaching. Is especially in that Buffalo Bills game, a lot of it has to do with how bad his offensive line was in that playoff game. A lot of missed blocks, getting pushed back, and Lamar Jackson has to do way too much in the playoffs sometimes. That's why sometimes he fails in the playoffs. It's not because he can't play. It's because he fails too much. It's like a team sport. Like, the offensive line is sometimes bad. And this contract extension is it's going to shape up the roster. It's going to shape up the team's roster. And a lot of players, they're going to be other contract talks too. Like, for one, Kyle Hamilton is a player. Derrick Henry. You got the center, Tyler Lindenbaum. He's up for an extension. Isaiah Likely, Mark Andrews. The Ravens just signed Mark Andrews to a roster bonus signing. That's just to get him on the roster for the 2025 season. So yeah, this is good. They need to get this done because his stats are going to get way better next year. His stats are going to be way better next year. And the salary cap is so the salary cap every year for the NFL increases. So Lamar Jackson's going to be making way more money next year. Yeah, the salary cap is at a record high. Right now it's like, yeah, it says it right here, 279.2 million. So $23.8 million increase from the 255.4 million in 2024. That's crazy. Every year the salary cap goes up in NFL. It goes up every year. Teams are going to get paid. A lot of players are going to get paid by a lot of teams. Patrick Mahomes is another player up for a possible contract extension. So this is a good move. They need to get this done now before Lamar becomes too expensive and they can't do a contract. Because he will become expensive in the near future. He's going to be making too much money. The base salary is going to go up. They're going to have to restructure his contract to keep players. Because he's going to be making way too much money. That's just crazy. So, here's his contract. Currently, I think so. Lamar Jackson's contract right now is a 5-year, $260 million contract. And so his guaranteed contract is $185 million. And he's getting an average salary of $52 million a year. So the average salary for Lamar Jackson is going to increase next year. And they gotta possibly give him more guaranteed money. And so this is how I know it's gonna happen, because John Harbaugh said it in I was watching the video. I just watched the video. He said it in the annual he had an annual he had an annual meeting for like coaches Monday morning. So here's like a snippet of the video that I just watched. And this is how I know, like, this contract is going to happen, because if John Harbaugh is saying this and it's true, then this is crazy, because John Harbaugh got an extension. He just got an extension. I made a video about John Harbaugh and his 3-year extension. So here's a I got it on my phone. Here's a snippet of what John Harbaugh said.
Well, he's my MVP. I can tell you that. Lamar Jackson, to me, is my MVP. But he has been every year. So he had a great season. He's a team player. That's what he cares about the most. That's what's most important to Lamar and all of us. But I'm always proud of Lamar. Definitely the conversation. I know that's been talked about, and yeah, I'd love to see that get done as well. All right, thanks, Coach. All right, great.
So you might not have heard that, but they asked him about Lamar's contract. He says it's probably going to get done. So I thought that was kind of crazy when I heard that. Um, yeah, the Ravens need to get this done, man. I just, it's like Lamar Jackson. He's like a damn unicorn. Like it's just it's it. A lot of teams wish they had quarterbacks like Lamar. They wish they had a quarterback like him that can run, throw, and he's very twitchy. He's a very twitchy quarterback. And the Ravens, they need to get over the playoff hump. They have to. All this man needs is one Super Bowl. That's all he needs, and that's it. He don't gotta prove nothing else. He already set all the MVPs he wanted. The league, he already had all the passing records. I think this 2019 season he had 36 passing touchdowns with Greg Roman. Greg Roman, a run first base coordinator. All he has, all Greg Roman was good for was run design plays. And Lamar surpassed that. Lamar did good in that offense. So these are like also these are like the top 10 quarterback contracts. So these are the top 10 quarterback contracts that are currently in the NFL. As you can see, Dak Prescott is making $60 million a year with $231 million guaranteed. So Lamar Jackson's going to exceed that. He's going to exceed that number, and he's going to be making way more than Josh Allen. Because as you can see, Josh Allen is making $250 million guaranteed. So he's the highest guaranteed player making money right now for the quarterback position. So this lets you know Lamar Jackson has overcome a lot of obstacles. And a lot of teams, like I said, they need a quarterback. They need quarterbacks. So the way I see this happening is they do this contract right now. It has to be done right now because he's only going to get more expensive in the upcoming years. And then you got to pay all these other players like Derrick Henry, center. They got all the players like with contract extensions like Tyler Lindenbaum, the center, Isaiah Likely, Mark Henry. I'm sorry, not Mark. Mark. What's the tight end name? Mark Andrews. Derrick Henry, not Mark Henry. Sorry, Derrick Henry, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, Tyler Little. Like a lot of these players are going to have, they looking for contracts, or Dafe Owe. So Lamar Jackson, his contract is going to shape up the roster and how it's going to look in the upcoming future. So with that being said, these are my final thoughts on the contract extension of Lamar Jackson. I think he should get it. I think he deserves it. A lot of people don't think he deserves it because of the playoff losses, but so what? He deserves it. He's been getting the Ravens to the playoffs every year, so these are my final thoughts. Anybody watching this video, if anybody like this type of content, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and comment on what y'all think. Like, do you think Lamar Jackson should get an extension? Do you think he should not get an extension because of what happens with the Ravens in the playoffs? Do you think he's deserving of one? So that's my final thoughts, and that's all I got for y'all today. And I hope this gets done.
Hit him with the side.